Hello, and welcome to a Game of Month's first October devlog. If you're new here or just forgot what AGAM is, I'll roll the intro for you. I'm the Manzuper, and I'm going to be making one game every month until a big YouTuber plays my game. Also, I really want to say thank you for the response to my previous video. You guys bombed it. Like, plus 70 subscribers from one video. Like, what? Without all those comments and support, I definitely would not have had the motivation to get through the work this week. Now, I know you're here to see my week 1 progress, so let's get into what game we're making for October. Well, any good game starts with a good idea. And where do I get my good ideas? So anyway, I decided to think of a cool game idea myself. In the act of brainstorming, I decided to watch a few Corey Kenshin videos for science, not because I was already procrastinating. And then I saw Corey say this.
And that's another creepy thing. Like, imagine a killer that literally waits at pit stops, and then they just go in the bathroom after you and massacre you. That, I am so sorry, I just gave a lot of people a new phobia.
And I knew that was it. I took the idea of being followed into a restaurant and formed it into this creation. My brain's beautiful birth child, fusing elements of classic PS1 horror and the popular franchise Five Nights at Freddy's into one game. I call this beautiful amalgamation a bathroom break. Yeah, so that's the game idea. The story is going to follow a guy on a road trip to a friend's house by himself, but he needs to go to the bathroom. So he pulls over at a rest stop and goes inside. Little does he know, he's actually being followed by a rather pernicious individual. This is where the game will take on FNAF elements. You'll be in the stall trying to go to the bathroom, but the nefarious personage that followed you here is attempting to break into your bathroom.
Are you sure about that?
You're gonna have to manage phone, flashlight, and battery, oxygen, holding the door closed as he tries to break in, scaring him off when he tries to go over the top of the stall, avoiding his hacking attempts to your phone, and yes, also going poo. Once you surpass all these obstacles and finish your duty, you win. Now that I had a plan, I booted up Unity and made a new project. I, of course, had to add Bean. And because Danny is back, I also gave him after setting up a simple first-person controller for the Bean. I started work on the game's appearance. I decided on an old-school PS1 look, cause those games seem to be pretty popular right now. So I proceeded to spend an hour and a half trying to get the freaking post-processing shader to work. There was even a stage where I almost gave up on the PS1 shaders because of how annoying they were to use. But then, I thought about my future self having to make actually good textures, and decided to push through and get them working. Now, I know at this point I should have started work on the actual gameplay for when you're in the stall, but I was so hellbent on setting up the feel of the game that I just started to work on the opening cutscene. So I opened up Blender and made a curvy road using a curve modifier and an array modifier, so that I could move it around any way I wanted. Then I put it into Unity and set up all the animations in the timeline. My idea here is to set the humorous tone of the game right at the start, because as the car is driving along, it will pass all the credits, which are just gonna be me. Here's a mock-up with music and titles added in post, just so you can see the vision. I mean, call Gordon Ramsay, cause I just cooked. Guys, isn't that... After I got the opening sequence working, I then hopped into Blender to start modeling the rest stop bathroom. After about 30 minutes of modeling, here's the result. So this is the reference image, and this is the... Oh shoot. So this is the reference image, and this is the new model. But this is looking bland, so let's add some textures. Now this is the part of the video where I let you in on a little secret. I'm actually cheeks at texturing. But, thanks to my past self not giving up, I can just cover up my kindergarten drawing skills with pixelated filters and vertex jittering, and just like that, my bathroom model looks right at home in the environment. So, to summarize what I got done in week 1 of October, we now have a main plan for the game, an art style implemented, a fully working first-person controller, a really cool intro sequence, and a close to finished starting level. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss next week, where I'll be working on the core gameplay of the Stall and the Stalker. Also, if you have any more ideas for this game or games I'll make in the future, leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond to as many as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next week.